walked out of Paulsmoor Prison in 1990 and felt free for the first time in my life. The townships came alive that year. Apartheid was collapsing around us, and everywhere you could read the joy and pride on people's faces. In April 1994, I voted for the first time. In the struggle at 15, at 21, I was in exile and unsure of my life. We spent our childhoods fighting in the streets of Crossroads, Athlone, Soweto, and then in the mountains of Angola. And on that brilliant day in April, we won. Our party was swept into power in South Africa's first democratic elections, and generations of sacrifice suddenly made sense. Political apartheid ended in 1994. Nelson Mandela and the ANC were swept into power in South Africa's first democratic elections. But victory was not so simple or so easy. A year earlier, while negotiating the transition to democracy, the ANC signed its first World Bank loan and began a program of structural adjustment. The new constitution was the most progressive in the world, guaranteeing the human right to water, housing, and electricity. But under the influence of the IMF, the ANC privatized all three, creating 8 million homeless in South Africa and cutting off water and electricity to tens of thousands of families every month. The apartheid state was defeated, but nothing changed. The economy was still in the hands of the same global system.
This is a farm. South Africa's a farm. And the whites were the farm managers. Now they've been kicked out. Now we've got black farm managers. Same motherfuckers. Same minds. Same greed. Different color. It's a lick of paint. It's the haves and the have-nots. It's always been the haves and the have-nots. Simply put, the Americans, Germans, Canadians, who had so much invested in keeping us miles under the ground, digging our gold and diamonds, they found out that their shares were at risk. Right? Because the mine workers were organizing themselves. And so they went to the ANC, who's been in bed with the communists for all that time, and they says, are you willing to manage our business? What's your business? South Africa. And they said, sure. So now our government is in fact the farm managers. I'm a field nigger. You see? South Africa's a farm.
But there going to be 100 houses going to be evicted today. Wow. And that's why the people protest today.
People has been patient for 400 years. They expected 1994 to be the end of that 400 years of patience. They thought that Freedom Charter would exist in South Africa, but it does not exist. People in South Africa are still waiting for a revolution that didn't happen. And these people that's angry. I think it was a slap in my face, and everybody that died for this cause, I think it's a slap in their face. I think it's a slap in their forefathers' face. I think it's a slap in their children's faces. Because these people sacrifice not only their time, their effort, and their commitment, but also their lives.
Everybody from the Archbishop to senior government officials said to us, never again, will apartheid happen on our soil. Never again. We also call, never again. But we're not going to not face the reality that the never again is happening today. For us, never again is serious. We live with it. We can't go anywhere without carrying our history with us. But we don't want our history to destroy us. We want our history to be a place on which we can build a future that we all share something special inside of.
Full of ghosts.
Susana Senhor, Susana Senhor, Susana Senhor, Susana Senhor, vai no campamento, Susana Senhor, Susana Senhor, vai no campamento, Susana Senhor. Africa! We want them terug, we want you terug. Kom terug, Afrika! Come back, Afrika! We want you back! What is this? That's freedom! We want the freedom that our people died for! This is our democracy that our children, our mothers, our daughters, our sons died for. Let us go and defend this democracy.
In the previous struggle, you could identify the enemy. It was the Boer, the apartheid, it was the system. But now, for the ordinary person in the street, the enemy are difficult to identify. Because we're not fighting a world system here that has just been thrown upon us.